Magnus Midtbø, professional climber and YouTube star. He's one of the strongest climbers out there and his pulling strength is amazing. The question I want answered today, however, is how is Magnus's pushing strength and handstands? And can we teach Magnus to handstand push up?
Welcome!
Hello, what's up? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, the god of handstand. Today we're not going to climb at all, right?
No, not at all.
It's not a climbing video.
We're gonna try to teach Magnus here to handstand push up. You ready?
Yes. I'm terrible at handstand, I gotta say. Like, people think I can handstand, but I'm not even close to doing it. So it's like something I want to learn.
If I told you to just drop down and try handstand push up, how would it look like?
Okay. Like, I have to move around, that's the thing, like I can't stand still.
It's not too bad of a try though, it's pretty good.
Yeah, actually I'm more satisfied than I thought I would be. I think I got a little bit lucky there.
I mean, what we're going to work on today is not only to teach Magnus how to approach the handstand push-up by introducing drills that are fitting to his level. We're also going to teach you guys how to handstand push-up by making a program for Magnus that you guys can also follow.
People will ask, like, why do I need this? Why do I need to do this? Is this just like a party trick, or what is it good for, you know? But there's actually a lot of strength involved.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my physique and my shoulders are solely built on handstand push-ups. Not just the handstand push-up, but the exercises leading up to it.
People, if they saw you, they'd think that you lift a lot of weights and stuff. So
not at all.
That's pretty crazy, yeah.
Yeah. The handstand push-up, I like to divide it into sort of 3 requirements or main requirements.
The handstand push-up is the ultimate showcase of calisthenics pushing strength, technique and balance. Not only does it require immense power and strength, it also requires a high level of technical finesse and balance. My approach to the handstand push-up consists of 3 roads, partitioned into stepwise achievable goals that will eventually merge into the ultimate goal, the handstand push-up. The technical road is all about creating awareness, getting comfortable upside down, and developing the skill and technique required for the handstand push-up. Strength Road 1 will take you from push-up regressions through strict push-ups and eventually chest-to-wall handstand push-ups. Strength Road 2 focuses on the shoulder stability and strength needed to support the handstand position and will eventually branch into the back-to-wall handstand push-ups.
I gotta say, it's nice to be on a channel finally, because I've gotten so many DMs from people on Instagram saying that we should meet and make something together.
Really?
Because we're kind of in the same segment a little bit, even though I'm a climber and you're doing calisthenics. It's like, I feel like it's the same people, kind of.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. I mean, I've gotten so many DMs, comments. You should do a collab with Magnus.
Well, it's finally happening.
And especially since we're both Norwegians too, you know. So what I figured we'd do is that we go through these 3 different categories and we see what level you're at. Right. And you guys can also see what level you're at. You can follow along and try it and see if you can beat Magnus here. And then at the end, I figured we'd just put these together into a workout that we can use. Let's start with the technical road.
Knees to chest and toes barely off ground is level 1.
Okay.
Tucking heels to glutes is level 2. Straightening knees up to hip height, level 3. And then level 4 is all the way up.
Nice.
Doing these for
repetitions is a very nice way to go about it.
Is there anything you should be careful of?
If you fall over, it's best to actually have a wall back there. So for total beginners, that's definitely what I would recommend. The next level is sort of where it gets a bit more tricky. It's called a crow stand. It looks kind of cool, right? It's sort of the first hand balancing position that people would learn, at least what I would teach, because your center of gravity is low, but you use your hands to balance. I actually taught this to my mom as well.
Oh, really? Nice.
And she was able to do it within a few days. So that's the key here, squeezing with our hands, resting our knees on our elbows, and pushing back with our fingers. And these can also be done for repetitions if you go like back and forth.
Following this, you have the crow head downs, and then the crow to tuck headstand. And don't be afraid of using a pillow for any of these. After this is the full crow to headstand. The crow to headless is when you really start merging the strength and the balance. And this is when we're approaching Magnus's level.
Or for me, it's like when I push back up, my body is just like...
Just going back down.
It's going back down,
yeah. But here you learn to create balance in this bottom position, which will help you gain control over your concentric push again.
Man, I'm going to use this video to help me. I'm going to watch this video so many times just to see what level I'm on, and I'm going to like progress.
So the next level, we're going to try and make it controlled, and that's why we're using the wall, right?
Yeah.
So from this crow position, you're basically going up here.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. Ooh. Perfect, because now you were looking for the wall with your feet, right? So you forced yourself to push your body in this direction, opposed to
the push
falling.
was hard though.
Yeah,
I was like, I really had to. There's more technique to this than I thought it'd be.
And the next would be to not only go up here, but to try and go down again.
Right.
Because going down here requires a lot of control. And use the wall as much as you need. Yeah, bend your knees. Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a different movement.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And now you're sort of falling in the end a little bit. Yeah. And that's what you're gonna try to eliminate. Just make that slow. So I think we found Magnus's level here.
Yes.
It's both the concentric and the negative phase. Yeah. You can like.
This is really cool though. I would never have come up with this on my own.
I wouldn't either. It's years of like coaching and practicing. So now that we've sort of found Magnus's level, let me just run through sort of the next steps in this technical progression ladder. So next step would be to go deeper and deeper and deeper, eventually chest down in your handstand push-up. You would obviously also build your way down by going slightly deeper all the way to chest down. And then from here you can also develop stuff like the 90-degree push-up, which has a whole progression ladder by itself. Let's go to the strength part, yeah? I know that Magnus here is pretty strong. So for the viewer who is not quite there yet, let me just run through this level 1 to level where you're at.
Okay, yeah.
So. The next step is chest to wall handstand push-up.
Yeah, okay. Do I need to find a flat wall then?
Yeah, we can use that one right there, perhaps.
Here?
Down to a triangle. Now you're going to the side with your elbows.
Okay.
So think down to a headstand. Nice, that's better.
That's harder too.
Yeah. Nice. Even a little bit further, I guess.
Further where?
Further in front with your head. And push your hips away from the wall, yes. Perfect. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's the perfect level for Magnus there.
Probably look like a tomato right now.
But yeah, you noticed how it's sort of a little bit more difficult?
Yes, when you had your arms like this. It's kind of like doing push-ups that way. It's much harder than doing push-ups this way, you know?
And also, there's another point to it. If I do a handstand and I try to do a handstand push-up right down, that's not a beneficial position to balance, right? Yeah. So by going down into this triangle, you are in a much more stable position.
Right.
And it's much easier to control.
Yeah.
In addition to being much healthier for your shoulders. So the next step is basically to go a little bit deeper. It doesn't need to be parallettes, but something, you know, these are more or less like this, high up from the ground, so something like that. Yeah. You want to go head down here as well, so you get a little bit off the ground, because when you go deeper, it's more difficult, and you develop the muscles in this deep position.
Right.
And that's a very key point because that's where people are most vulnerable.
Right.
You can actually go closer to the wall a bit easier, yeah. And hip should never touch the wall. Yeah, out with your hip. Nice. No, nice. Yeah, that's sort of your limit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also like now I've used the muscles a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm already feeling worked.
Yeah, but that should be like your next goal, to do 5 repetitions of those.
Okay.
I mean, it's like this, this height.
But for me, it really makes a difference doing it like this or like that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So,
like we discussed earlier, the next steps would be to go deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah. I do think that it's really cool that you can do this like anywhere. All you need is like a floor.
Yeah, and you can be, sometimes you can just be creative as well. You can use boxes, you can use parallels or books or whatever. You find walls everywhere.
Do you have a hashtag that people can use?
Movement made.
Movement made.
Yeah.
So if you press that hashtag, you'll find a lot of like-minded people.
For sure. Now we sort of worked our way from push-ups to chest-to-wall handstand push-ups.
Yeah, how much strength do you need just to do like a normal handstand though? Because I actually saw a video where the guy said that you should do between 10 and 15 just before you start even trying the handstand.
10 and 15 handstand push-ups?
Yes. But that's not your strict handstand push-ups, like normal ones.
But that's insane.
Yeah,
that's, yeah, for sure. Now I'm going to show you the strength-wise requirements to do a handstand.
Okay.
Which is also this third strength road that we talked about earlier. So the next step, going deeper again.
Okay.
You want to give it a try? It's a little bit easier going back to wall actually.
Okay.
Bend them 90 degrees like that, yes. And then head to the front. Nice. Even further in front with your head.
Further to the wall?
Yeah. But you did 1 repetition there and it looks...
close, not really, but yeah.
Nice.
This is something I haven't practiced.
But it's something you're going to need to practice a little bit, yeah. And you don't need to have them all the way in, 45-degree angle. So yeah, go down here, nice. Nice, up, up, up. Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that was nice. When you helped me, I felt like I actually used the muscles that I should.
I mean, people can do that as well. If they have a training partner, they can help each other out a little bit. So it looks like this will sort of be your next goal.
Definitely, yeah.
Doing like this much deep of a handstand push-up.
But it's nice to have a strength goal to work towards as well.
Yeah.
You know, so that it's not all balance. Now this is something, I would love to do this. I prefer more the strength stuff. So having a goal like this to work my way towards is nice.
Yeah, it's super nice. Yeah. And it's super important to actually have attainable goals as well. Like in this case, your end goal is to do a freestanding handstand push-up, right? Yeah. But you also have this goal of doing, let's say, 5 repetitions of slightly deeper handstand push-ups. And your next goal for the technical sort of road would be to do these, for example, freestanding crow presses where you go up and then down in the controlled way. This looks pretty cool too. It's a pretty awesome exercise by itself. But it's not a handstand push-up. But it's still a nice goal to... You know the drill, eventually you go all the way chest down, right? Yeah. Have you noticed how my legs are sort of staying in the same position? Yeah. It's actually a point because if you straighten your legs like many do, you're going to need a huge bend in your back. Yeah. So that was basically all of our 3 roads. Nice. And Magnus here found his levels.
But I also think I have to work on my wrists because I think all the climbing has made them worse. Yeah,
probably. Climbers have terrible wrist mobility. Yes. Sorry, climbers. I guess it's no secret.
No, it's definitely not a secret. Yeah.
They've never loaded their wrists in this way because climbers are like this. And here you really need to...
Dinosaurs.
Yeah. So, okay, let's go through some wrist strengthening drills then.
Yeah.
Now that we're going to put together this program, this will be a part of our warm-up.
Okay.
Sure. So basically you're doing a general warm-up. You can do some running, you can do some...
Yeah.
And then I would recommend doing this wrist routine. So we can basically do them like this. So up to first knuckles. The point here is to make these difficult. You should barely be able to do 5 of these.
Okay.
And you make it more difficult by straightening your hips like this to sort of make it more like a push-up position. And our end goal here is actually to do this in a push-up position.
I have no chance doing that.
Exactly the strength you need when you're pushing your hands down in a handstand.
Yeah.
Transfer more of this pressure over to your muscles. The next one is up to fingertips.
Okay.
Same thing here. We make it difficult by moving further back. And eventually our goal is to do this in a full push-up position.
Very different type of finger strength.
Yeah. Next one, up and down here.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That feels fragile.
Right? And that's the same. You make it more difficult by moving your knees further back. And the goal here is also to do it in a push-up position.
Am I doing that right? Because it feels like I have
painful,
zero
right?
power, and it feels like I'm going to break my wrists.
Take some time to get used to it, but eventually it will not be
painful anymore.
Yes, it will.
It will?
But it will not be as painful anymore.
Yeah.
And this is basically a round. So we basically do 5 of these, 5 of these, and then 5 of these. And we need to do it like every time, but a couple of weeks, and your wrists will be strong as steel eventually.
Good.
So now we basically know all of the exercises and drills and the different sort of categories.
Yep.
We had 3 categories or 3 progression roads that we will use in our program, and that's what we're going to do now. We're going to make our program starting with our workout. Here we go! So nice. In chest to wall, you need to be quite close to the, and push your hips a little bit out.
Yeah.
Yes. Head down, up, nice. That's a good shape. A little bit further in with your elbows. Nice. Come on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's good. Yeah. It was 4 repetitions, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
The first ones weren't like the best I should have done.
Here we go!
With your...
Good.
That was 1 round, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was 1 round.
So now we're going to basically do
that another
2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times, yeah.
So in the beginning, you might feel very exhausted after 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Maybe next week, you can add 1 round.
Right.
And then if you do this a couple of times a week, pretty sure you'll see the handstand push-up within a few months.
Yeah.
And if you're starting at the lower levels, it's obviously going to take a little bit longer, but you will eventually reach it.
Well, it's an interesting goal.
Yeah.
I'll see when I can start working on it. I'm going to time it and see how long it takes me.
And let's see how many of you guys can beat him.
Yeah, comment below.
So now I did my part.
Yes.
Now it's time for you to do yours.
Yeah, I have to do my homework.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys as well.
Yeah.
And let me know in the comment section how long you think it will take you guys and Magnus to learn the handstand push-up.
Yeah, I think it's going to take me like a month.
A month?
Yeah.
I'm guessing 2.
2 months? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to do my first handstand push-up at some point.
And maybe keep you guys updated. And we're also making a super nice video for Magnus's channel.
Yeah, where we actually will be doing some climbing.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
So if you want to see me getting climbing advice from the climbing king himself, be sure to check that out. I will link it down here and even here when it's out.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Yeah.
See you guys next time.
See you guys.
All right.
Ja, det er bra da.